What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday over here. Hope you guys are doing well. Bitcoin, as we speak right now, is at about 28.4K, up over 4% today. Let's see if it is actually able to close on top of the daily 200 SMA at that $28,000 zone. That'll be for starters, that it would look a lot more bullish for the altcoins here, as well as Bitcoin itself. Next, we're going to be seeing if Bitcoin is able to close on top of the weekly 200 SMA. That's later in the week, but it's going to be a week to be watching out for in terms of Bitcoin and quite a bit of these altcoins here. It looks like it's going to be a pretty exciting week. Going to be taking a look into Stratis token. That'll be the main topic of this video. Let's see what this recent pump could mean for Stratis, what to expect next, what I'm going to be seeing in the charts, and if that could give us any clue on what could be happening next for STRAX. Going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets, as well as some key price levels that this token does need to break in order to break to the upside or downside. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal opinions and what I am personally doing in this crypto market later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear market. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. All right, so we do have Stratis here, currently up almost 5% today. It had a pretty good run for the past couple of weeks, basically going from about, as far as I can read it here, is about 38-cent area all the way up to about $1.20 area there. So it's a pretty good 3x within the past couple of weeks there. We're going to be taking a look into some charts on a smaller time frame here and see if we can get any clues on what could be happening next with this token, okay? So first of all, I just want to point out that there was a double bottom here. That's usually a bullish pattern, right? On this weekly time frame, but that has already happened. But that is just something to be looking at for in terms of other altcoins as well, that usually break to the upside. Okay, of course there's still a chance that breaks down as well, but this is something I usually look out for as well, in order to get a sense on if there's going to be some positive movement in the markets. Now let's go ahead and take a look into let's zoom out a little bit still on this weekly time frame here. As we can see here, the resistance, the $1.20 area has been resistance before, back in June of last year. Okay, that has been resistance, $1.20 area, and surely enough, we are hitting that spot right now, and it is still acting as resistance. Now, if we actually take a look into this overall shape here, what I'm really guessing here is it's looking like a rounded bottom that could potentially form into a cup and handle pattern. But I do want to see, but you got to see another test back up to about $1.20 area here to actually form that handle portion of the cup and handle. Because right now it looks like we have the cup portion, but you do have to retest this $1.20 area one more time for that handle portion of the pattern. If that does happen, then that is a bullish pattern that usually breaks to the upside, okay? You guys can verify whatever I'm saying here on Google, ChatGPT, which I prefer now. Double bottoms, measure moves, cup and handles, verify what I'm saying. Go ahead and educate yourself on technical analysis, because it is the single most important thing you can do for yourself, the education on technical analysis, if you want to stay in this market for the long run, okay? Now, let's go ahead and take a look into the smaller time frame here and see if we can get any clues on what could be happening on the weekly time frame. Okay, as we can see here on this daily candle, it did get a rejection. Okay, so this is still pretty active price action right now. So come down here to even the hourly time frame. Since we had a recent daily candle move there, so let's see if we can get any clues on what could be happening here. Okay, on this hourly candle, I still don't see there's not enough data for a pattern here. Okay. Let's see if this works. I mean, you're going to have a pretty flat falling wedge pattern here on the bottom trend line. I mean, I would consider this to be a falling wedge, even though it's pretty flat bottom trend line, but it is still technically falling, right? Descending, right? And then we still have let me see if we can get 3 candle wicks touching on any of these time frames. All right, I prefer to see at least 3 candles touching on a trend line. We don't have that. We have the second candle wick here, very close to touching. So I'm going to consider it that this is a falling wedge pattern. And that second wick, even though not touching, but very close, I'm still going to consider it. You guys can look at it however you guys want. Now, the measure move out of this pattern here, if it breaks out towards the end here, which would still be about tomorrow, October 17th, that'll give you a measure move of back up to $1.20 area. Okay, $1.21, $1.22. So very close, back up to that resistance again. Something to be noting here is that on the weekly time frame, very overbought RSI here. So that is something to be keeping in the back of your head, right? Because it is probably due for a pullback soon if it's not already coming down on this move here, right? On the daily time frame, still in overbought territory, as well as the 3-day. So something to just be keeping in mind, because that means a pullback could be still coming soon. Even though, on some of these shorter time frames, you get a bullish pattern. That's just something to be keeping in mind, okay? Now, falling wedges, like I said, usually break to the upside, but there's still a chance that it breaks down. If this does actually break down, then we're going to come back here and revisit this chart and see what else we're looking at instead, okay? If you guys do want to continue seeing more of STRAX, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. If enough of you guys want to see it, I will bring you guys an update on this coin. Let's take a look into some key price levels for this coin to break in order to get to the upside as well as downside, okay? So I'm pretty sure it's already on top of all major moving averages after that move, right? Your weekly, let's see, even the daily. So you're on top of all major moving averages from the daily to the monthly time frame, okay? So let's take a look into some smaller time frames here. Your immediate resistance is going to be your hourly 21 SMA, currently at about $1.07 area. That's going to be changing by the hour. You're even on top of quite a bit of your 2 hours. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be on top of your 3 hours and 4 hours and so on. Even the 15 minutes, you're going to be looking at the 15-minute 21 SMA as resistance, $1.08 area. 15-minute 50 SMA, $1.09 area. So you're going to have quite a bit of these smaller moving averages acting as resistance right now, okay? Support, since we were on the 15-minute time frame, 15-minute 200 SMA, you guys can probably go down even the 30 minutes hourly. You're going to have your hourly 50 SMA coming up very quickly, currently at about 90 cents area, the gray line here. That's going to be coming up very quickly. That's going to be acting as support. And then look down to the 2 hour, 3 hour, repeat the same exercise and identify some of these moving averages as key support and resistances, okay? Of course, the key resistance that I'm looking at here will be the $1.20 area because as you guys can see here, back in June of last year, it got a really hard rejection. So you should be wondering if what type of rejection would it get this time? Would it be a slightly lower rejection, which would be at least looking better for the bulls in the in terms of breaking this resistance, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing here, $1.20. That's going to be key resistance in order for this coin to break to the upside. And then you're going to be looking at some of the smaller moving averages since this pump is still very recent. That's going to be your next level of, smaller resistances to check if, this price action is going to be, taking another attempt at breaking $1.20 area, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing for Stratis. What I'm currently doing in this market right now is I am leverage trading both ways. I've been leverage trading for the past couple of weeks, and I have been getting more consistent results than just holding quite a bit of these altcoins here. So that's basically what I'm going to continue doing since Bitcoin is in a very tight range still, 25K to about 30K. If Bitcoin is actually able to break out of 32K, I will most likely be doing more holding on spot altcoins. But I have been making pretty good progress with leverage trading for the past couple of weeks. You guys let me know what you guys are doing in this market. Are you guys holding, trading? What are you guys holding? What are you guys trading? How's this market treating you? Leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on the next one.